I now call this meeting of the Benton County Board of Education to order. Will you please rise for the pledge of allegiance? Our prayer was given by Mr. Robert before we ate. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Sheldon, please call roll. Mr. Blue.
Here.
Mr. Thornton. Mr. Harkins.
Here.
Mr. Livingston.
Here.
Mr. Winters.
Here.
Mr. Hyde.
Here.
Miss Kennan. Here. Miss Arnold. Here. Mr. Hedge.
Here.
Mr. Mills. Miss Douglas. Here. Mr. Marks. 3 absent, 9 present. With 9 present, we have established a quorum. Next on our agenda is the approval of the agenda. Remember, when we approve the agenda, we're also approving the consent agenda, which includes the June minutes, the board annual agenda, and the substitute teacher list.
Make a motion to approve consent.
I'll second that. We have a motion and a second to approve the agenda and the consent agenda. Need to change anything, do anything with those? I don't have any.
There's not.
There's not. Anything else on this? If not, we will vote. All those in favor of approving the agenda and the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, please say no. Ayes have it. We have approved the agenda and the consent agenda. Next on our agenda is the approval of the purchasing cooperative agreements with HPS, which is Volvo, TIPS, Sourceville, and Byboard. And there's not a paper for these. It's actually in the budget resolutions. If we can get a motion and a second, we can get some explanation from Mr. Florence.
So moved.
Also, we have a motion and a second to approve this purchasing cooperative agreement. Mr. Florence, would you like to explain?
Well, first of all, I apologize. It's also in the resolutions, but if you will remember, a couple of years ago, the auditor wanted us to approve each purchasing cooperative we have agreements with. So the HPS, the Volvo, that's probably the most for food, nutrition, school nutrition, right, Ms. Michelle?
That's right.
Your TIP, Sourcewell, and Byboard, those are just purchasing cooperatives that we sometimes can buy supplies or technology. And so we sometimes use them, sometimes we don't. But 2 years ago, the comptroller's office recommended that the board approve these agreements yearly. So that's the reason they're on the agenda.
This one question, it doesn't really matter, but is it Volvo or Volco?
Volvo.
Thank you. What I'm sitting, Volvo, I remember the car, Volvo. Smart, thank you.
It's correct in the resolution. It's just incorrect on the agenda. We have any other discussion? If not, we will vote. Ms. Michelle will call the roll, but we are approving the purchasing cooperative agreement with HPS, Volco, TIPS, Sourceville, and Byboard. Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Hargis?
Yes.
Mr. Livingston?
Yes.
Mr. Winters?
Yes.
Mr. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Kennan? Yes. Ms. Arnold? Yes. Mr. Hedge?
Yes.
Ms. Douglas? Yes. Would anyone like to change their vote? 9 yes. Motion has been approved. Next on our agenda is the approval of several policies on the first reading. We can get a motion in a second. We can discuss.
Motion. What's that?
We have a motion and a second to approve multiple policies. Mr. Lawrence, do you want to go over these?
I put PSB policy update. Basically what I did is, type the PSBA email. I know some of us are having trouble getting the new email. That's happening to us too, but we're working quickly to get that resolved. So as most June, we receive a long list of policy updates from PSBA. So I've just put, just a small narrative of each one. Most of them are pretty easy, just adopt the TSBA, recommendation, but we do need to schedule a policy meeting during the director's report to, there's a couple that we really need to discuss, especially the family medical leave and cell phone. That's probably the two that will take a little bit of time. The other ones are pretty self-explanatory. But if you have any questions today, I sent an email out to the policy committee. We had several on vacation, so we couldn't meet with a quorum. So we just put these out to be approved on first reading, and then the second reading will be August the 4th. School doesn't start to the 6th, so we can still have them approved for school starts on the 6th. Any questions?
What did you say we're going to discuss?
I would recommend going through them all, but the two big ones are the family medical leave and, cell phone. And we have an administrative retreat this week, and I will have a lot more input from the administrators when we have a policy meeting as well.
Any further discussion or questions? Or did you see that policy 1.1021, the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Any further? Remember, this is the first reading, and we are going to schedule a policy meeting between now and our next regular board meeting.
This ain't, we all know this is not the way we usually do this.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Mark and I guess you were in on some of it. We just wanted to get it going. Because we change it all before the second reading. Yes.
With no further discussion or questions, we will have a roll call vote on this. Ms. Michelle, will you please call roll? Remember, we are approving these policies on the first reading only. They can still be changed.
Mr. Blue?
Yes.
Mr. Hargis?
Yes.
Mr. Livingston?
Yeah.
Mr. Winters?
Yes.
Mr. Hyatt?
Yes.
Ms. Keenan?
Yes.
Ms. Arnold? Yes. Mr. Hedge?
Yes.
Ms. Douglas?
Yes.
Would anyone like to change their vote? 9 yes.
Those policies have been approved on first reading. Next on our agenda is the approval of the staff easy contract, and that packet is in our packet of papers.
Make a motion to approve.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? We have a motion and a second to approve the staff easy contract.
This is the same agreement we've had with Staff EZ for our substitute teachers. Mr. Cable just recommended, it renews yearly, but he recommended that we actually have a new agreement. So it's the same, not any difference in pricing or wording, it's just a new contract starting this year.
Up to many years? 1 year?
Yeah, just 1 year.
You have an opinion about them? Staff easy? Or,
There's pros and cons. I think your administrators of your larger schools, if we just pulled the rug out without some notice, it would be very difficult. I think your smaller schools would not noticed it. It's been a lifesaver with leaves especially.
Okay.
But it is definitely something that, we're gonna have to look at, as we start working on the budget next year, just due to cost.
Gotcha. Thank you. All right.
Any further questions or discussion? If there are none, we will vote. We are voting to approve the staff easy contract. Ms. Michelle, will you please call the roll?
Mr. Blue,
Yes.
Mr. Hargis,
Yes.
Mr. Livingston,
Yes.
Mr. Winters,
Yes.
Mr. Hyatt,
Yes.
Ms. Kinnon,
Yes.
Ms. Arnold,
Yes.
Mr. Hedge,
Yes.
Ms. Douglas. Yes. Would anyone like to change their vote? 9 yes.
With 9 yes, the staff easy contract has been approved. Next on our agenda is the approval of the Capturing Kids Parts Agreement contract. We can get a motion in a second, we can discuss. We have a motion in a second to approve the Capturing Kids Parts Agreement contract.
Capturing Kids Heart, this is actually our third year. We were fortunate to have ESSER funds, our federal funds, and we provided it at all schools. We were not going to renew it this year, but after meeting with Capturing Kids Hearts, they have some grants available, so we could continue 3 schools, and they would pay for it all but $5,000, so our team felt like that was beneficial. So we picked the 3 schools that had implemented the most efficient. And so Big Sandy, Holiday, and Camden Elementary will continue to have all resources, and we will continue the Capturing Kids Hearts program at all schools. But just due to cost, those are the 3 that have utilized it the most, so we are going to continue with those 3. This is, if you remember the social contract that we built, it's just I would say a culture building program. The 2 main things that we need to do is have a social contract, which we as a board do. We administrators, classrooms have it, and then greeting your students at the door. There's a whole lot more to that. It's building relationships and just makes you think about it. The response you get a lot, especially from the older, we do this anyway, but if you're consistent with it, we have definitely seen it make a difference in our district. It's not an easy program to implement, and it hasn't been easy in any district. The main thing is, though, the districts that are, you see a lot of affluent districts, most of them do it all the time, but it started in Detroit inner city. So it did start in, with those students that are hard to reach, and we just feel like it's an investment. The only cost to our system is $5,000 this year, and I just, it was sold to me by the supervisors, and it is, not all our principals are on board, but I do think that it's worth the investment to continue working with it and making sure that our schools and our teachers and our students know what it is. And I don't mind telling you, Ms. Miller and I were talking about today, we focused on the young kids, and then maybe when they get to junior high and high school, they're already used to it, and that's our goal. We've been paying about $65,000 a year.
So we're down to 5, right?
But that was with ESSER funds, and that was the only reason we could start.
I'm sorry, you said something wonderful about it's what we are doing or should be doing already, is that when you welcome them at school or when you see them, they know that we care about them and we love them and we're here to help them and encourage them. And that's kind of what we're looking at.
It is, but I think as a teacher and an administrator and any employee, you build that relationship, and every morning they come into the school, every day they come into your classroom, you acknowledge them. I mean, when our employees come into work, I can tell you who's having a good day and a bad day. And I think that's the important thing for our teachers and all our employees to understand that, there are good days and there are days that our kids may just need a little extra tender loving care. So it's hard to sell just to the public talking about it, but if you go through the training and you see what it can do, I just think it's a great investment at a small cost with this grant.
Any further discussion? If there's no further discussion, we will vote. Ms. Michelle, will you please call roll to approve the Capturing Kids Hearts agreement contract?
Mr. Blue,
Yes.
Mr. Hargis,
Yes.
Mr. Livingston,
Yeah.
Mr. Winters,
Yes.
Mr. Hyatt,
Yes.
Ms. Kinnon,
Yes.
Ms. Arnold,
Yes.
Mr. Hedge,
Yes.
Ms. Douglas.
Yes.
Would anyone like to change their vote? 9 yes.
With 9 yes, we have approved the Capturing Kids Hearts agreement contract. Next on our agenda is approval of budget resolutions.
Make a motion for approval as read.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the budget resolutions as written. Any discussion?
I just want to ask about the last one, the Title 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 IDK.
I'll quickly go through them all. The first one, you know how when you look online, you get unclaimed property? If you ever look in that list, well, the state reached out to us and said, hey, the school system has this $1,123 that is unclaimed. And where it comes from, I don't know. Elementary is the biggest winner. I think they got like $600. But anyway, instead of each school having to claim it, all I had to do is respond that, yes, we claim it, and they sent us a check. So we're going to include that on the school. Whoever had unclaimed property, get a little extra on their school money. The workers' comp is just, we did not budget enough. I don't know any other way to say it. We were not expecting a 17% increase. We budgeted 10. So we had to move some money, which is, usually we don't miss that much, but this year insurance, if you built anything lately, you can understand why that went up. Then the increase in the principal, assistant principal, just due to the hiring of the new assistant principal, making sure those numbers are right. And then Mr. Winters, that last one is for the county commission. We just put y'all a copy in. That's where the county commission will vote at the July meeting to give you the authority to make any changes to the federal budget. And that's something we've been doing for probably 30 years.
Good.
No, that you got.
Any further discussion or questions about the budget resolutions? If not, we will vote. Ms. Michelle, will you please call roll?
Mr. Blue,
Yes.
Mr. Hargis, Mr. Livingston,
Yes.
Mr. Winters,
Yes.
Mr. Hyatt,
Yes.
Ms. Kinnon,
Yes.
Miss Arnold,
Yes.
Mr. Hedge,
Yes.
Miss Douglas. Would anyone like to change their vote? 9 yes.
With 9 yes, the budget resolutions have been approved. Next on our agenda is the director's report.
All right. I said I'd be through by 6:30 and put the pressure on. See. First of all, congratulations to our retirees. 5 is a little smaller than we've had in a few years, but still, like I said at the beginning, if you were here for the reception, 117 years of service to our school system. So congratulations, Miss Glenda Fullerton, Miss LaBrisca Blow, Miss Karen Terry, Miss Sonia Stepp, and Miss Christy Wilson. Thank y'all for your service and just good luck in your retirement. Special thank you to Miss Lori Cantrell, our team, Mr. White for letting us use Briarwood School. That really puts them out, but we have another successful summer camp, and a lot of work goes into that people just don't understand. We pretty much start in February or ending one school, working towards the end of one school year and working on starting another year before we actually start the school year in August. So thank you to Miss Lori and our supervisors and all those that helped make summer camp a success. Congratulations to Dr. Crystal Nelson. I didn't know she was going to be here on being selected as the assistant principal at Camden Elementary School. Congratulations, Ms. Crystal. Also in the back of your packet, I put a new report card that Mr. Armstrong and Ms. Cantor have been working with elementary principals. Board policies that says you do not have to approve a report card, you just need to be aware. So this is more of a standards-based, performance-based report card that we just feel like will be much more informative for parents. It may not be exactly what we're used to, and it's going to probably be a culture shock because we all grew up in the world we're in elementary. If we behave and do what we're supposed to, we get a pretty good grade. And that doesn't mean that they're not doing what they're supposed to, but sometimes I think we may put a little feel out there that maybe the students where they maybe ahead of where they should be, and or maybe are a little ahead of just in the middle. And I go back when I was in elementary, I'd be smack in the middle, and we wish we had students that were there. But that would just give parents a better idea of just showing showing them where their students are academically. Still doesn't mean we'll still have marks for the other things, but this is more just performance based. So we have, I put in my director's report, we hope, but there's no longer hope. At this time, we have filled all our certified positions. We filled them this afternoon. We still have a few support positions. We have a nighttime custodian at Camden Elementary that I think we have filled. I just have not heard back from the candidate, but we interviewed her last week and she seemed excited. We have a custodian position at the Career and Technical Center. I found out we also have filled one of the education assistance positions, so I think we only have one of them left at, I think it's at maybe high school, but we have one that we had to fill at this time. That sometimes changes in July, but we'll hope it doesn't. So we're slowly filling all those positions. We do need to schedule a policy meeting. I put in a memo either Thursday the 10th or Tuesday the 15th. Chairman Hyde asked me what day would be the best, and I said the 17th, and he looked at me like I had four eyes because that was not in your memo. But the 15th is the budget committee with the county commission, and I need to be there. So if we could do it the 17th, that's next Thursday at 5:30. If that's not good, we can do it the 10th, but we have an administration retreat all day Wednesday and Thursday, but I can make that work. But 17th would be the better date for me.
I'll still be at camp on the 10th.
But you'll be available the 17th.
Yes.
I can be
17th is the main date, if that's okay.
Thursday.
That is Thursday the 17th.
there.
Policy meeting Thursday the 17th at 5:30, and I'll send everybody attendance. You're welcome to attend. As a matter of fact, I would ask you to attend if you're not on the policy committee, because the family medical leave is a big topic, and then the cell phone. The budget passed on June the 30th. That's always a process. Thank you to the county commission and for all the work they did on that. Special thanks to Marilyn, Dee, Michelle, and Amanda. That budget, when you have a $29 million budget, there's a lot of work that goes into that. So special thanks to our team. For your information, TSDA Summer Law Institute. Now this is coming pretty good if you're going to go to Gatlinburg, but Gatlinburg is July 17th and 18th. But they're also having one in Jackson on August the 7th, which I know some of you go. It is very informative if you would like to attend. But if you decide to attend, just let me know and I can get you registered. Michelle or I will register you. And then on the fall district meeting is in Humboldt this year. It's on Tuesday, September 23rd, so we have some time. But if you plan on attending, if you just let me know by August the 8th, that way we can get everyone registered.
I'm sorry, give me that date again.
September the 23rd, Tuesday. Registration is $75, but if you register and let me know in time that you need to cancel, they will refund that. Then I'll remind you, it'll be in your August memo, and then I'll remind you again at the August meeting. We usually have a pretty good turnout unless it's in dire peril, we have to drive so far. Summer projects, up and running. Coriel will start on the junior high roof in the morning. The bad thing about that is they're calling for a high percentage of rain every day, and when you get in, when they have to remove that top layer, it probably won't work if there's over a 30% chance of rain, so that could delay us a little bit. Carpet at Briarwood has been installed in the music room, painting throughout the district. Central Technology is working on the camera systems, and I talked to them today. Plan on having that done by the 1st of September at all schools. So that's going to be, I will have them come demo for you one night on, it's really, Mr. McDowell can tell you, it's state-of-the-art technology for our schools. We refinished the CHS and Big Sandy gym floors. Also, before school starts, they're going to sand the Camden Junior High floor and then repaint it. And definitely, I know it hadn't been done in the 13 years I've been 19 years, so it needs it. We also packed some areas around the junior high and high school where the bus is traveling, the asphalt's been getting a little weak. So we patched that. We're also looking, hopefully before school starts, where the parent pickup line is, doing some patch work there as well. We are in the process of changing a classroom into administrative offices at Camden Elementary School. If you're familiar with Camden Elementary, as soon as you go by the boys' restroom in the north wing, that classroom is going to become a conference room in the principal and assistant principal's office, and we hope that's done when school starts. I think it will be. I was over and looked at it this afternoon. They're coming along. And then school starts, hard to believe, Wednesday, August the 6th. That's 4 weeks from this coming Wednesday. I'm not done, but I'm going to stop for any questions. Anybody have any questions?
I got maybe one here.
Okay.
With all the federal cuts they're talking about here and there, for the schools being threatened with losing some programs, or
Yes. I mean, we've already received the memo that they froze our money. So we're kind of, we're hoping that's opened up August the 6th. I think we'll be okay this school year, but in the future, the schools that we know could change because that federal money provides almost all of your educational assistance. And, about 8 certified positions. So to answer your question, Mr. Hyde, I hope not, but I could not say that there's not a chance that it could affect us in a way that would be pretty tough. But we're going to continue to move forward and educate these students. And as I tell these supervisors daily, that's what you pay me for, and to worry about that. And we're going to get through it. So short answer, yes, there could be some tough decisions in the next year.
thank you.
Thank you. Okay, well, back in May, we had a Distinguished Service Award reception, and we had 2 of the 3 recipients decide to show up, and 1 decided to go on a cruise. So, she missed the big, and we decided on this, I guess, back March. Miss Brandy, it's been a while. We debated back and forth, and then Miss Lori and Miss Christie went so far back together, we just thought we'd just hit them both at one time. But with that said, I think I surprised her until she said it. I did have to text her last night and say, I'm going to tell everybody to leave before the school board meeting starts unless you just want to stay. But since it's your last meeting, I need you to stay for a little surprise. So, Miss Christie, we hate that you couldn't be here with Miss Lori and Flash, but your name will always be up on that plaque for distinguished service. On behalf of the school board, on behalf of your friends and colleagues that are here, I tell a lot of people, I've met a lot of elementary people, but I've never met an elementary or a person than Christy Wilson. I think the good Lord sent her to be an elementary teacher. And that's what she retired as an elementary teacher. So, as I started this meeting with, retirees are hard, but they're also happy. I'll share a personal story. Christy told me, she probably told me in February she was going to retire. I guess I can tell that now, Christy. You kept that for a while. And she said her and Michael, when they got married, I think it's been over, but they decided when they started their careers, Michael knew he would retire early because he was in the military. And so they just, at 30 years, they were going to retire, which is pretty neat. So, I could talk about Miss Christie for a while, but we just felt like as we decided this, that it was just a year where we were going to have 2 professional and 1 support staff. And we hated that Christy couldn't be here. I called Michael and said, you need to get the family and be here. And he said, there's a problem. I said, what's the problem? He said, we're going on a cruise. I said, that's the problem. But anyway, Miss Christie, on behalf of the school board and our school system, we want to thank you. And I got a little something for you if you come up. And Dr. Stanton. So we got your little gift here. Now that the boys are grown, you don't have to share it. You just have to bite the mouth wall for that. Here is your distinguished service, and I'll read it real quick. Distinguished Service Award. This award is presented to Christy Wilson in recognition of her unwavering commitment and exceptional contributions to the Benton County school system. So congratulations, Miss Christy. Hope you're proud.
It's been a great ride.
You can speak. You got the floor if you want.
Just want to thank everybody for their support. Benton County is a wonderful place to raise a family and to teach and to just be part of the system. It's just been wonderful. When I did my student teaching here, I wanted to come back. And they didn't have a job for me my first year. That's why I went to Cyprus. I couldn't wait to come back. And I told Miss Lori a long time ago that the only way I would leave was when I went to the house. That's what I'm doing. So thank you again. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it.
It's Miss Christie's fault I didn't finish for 6:30. I'll blame her for one last thing. The last thing I have is please keep Millette in your prayers. She's having a second cataract surgery tomorrow, so Corey asked her if I was uglier than ever to see if she could see now, because she does have a good ride.
She said yes.
And then seriously, keep Andy Wright, Michelle's husband, in your prayers. His mom's hospice care. Just finishing up those last few days of his life. So please keep Michelle and Andy in your prayers. And I know we have some teachers out there that are going through some health issues. We have a couple that probably are not going to be able to return. I'm just going to say unspoken at this time, but keep them in your prayers. And on behalf of our staff, thank you for all you do as a school board. It's not easy, and I tell everybody, you've heard me say it 100 times. How do you deal with 12? And I said, if you had our 12, you'd see how we deal with it. So thank you for that. And we look forward to another school year. Hard to believe it's the 25-26 school year, but that's where we're at. Oh, I did forget something. Congratulations to Mr. Robert Livingston. It was mentioned earlier, but he told me today I had no idea that he retired. So, so the first thing I thought, I'm going to have to work on paying him. He can run for school board since he's not working. All right, I'm done, Miss Shauna.
Do we have any visitors on the sign? Reminders, our next meeting is Monday, August the 4th. Well, back up. Our policy meeting is next Thursday, the 17th at 5:30, right here. Then, we will have our next board meeting, August the 4th at 6 here. School starts. Did I say it was 4? Our next meeting is August 4th. School starts August 6th, which is 4 weeks from Wednesday, and then Fair Day is August 8th. That's all the reminders, right?
Before we dismiss, the 20, or is it the first? At our countywide.
The first, August 1st.
August the 1st, Christy Ballard's gonna be here from the department, which is a graduate from County Central High, to come talk to our staff. You're welcome to come to that. I will send you a reminder. And First Baptist Church is feeding, everyone. And I'm sure they wouldn't mind if you wanted to attend that. That would be a great opportunity for you to come eat lunch and see the teachers before school starts. And I'll send you a text.
Any other reminders? If not, the chair would entertain a motion to adjourn. All those in favor? This out.